You got your wooden stake. Hey everyone, welcome to Okteaberfest. I'm TeaManDan, and today I'm watching Horror of Dracula for the first time. New Okteaberfest reaction every Monday and Thursday, all October long. If you have a scary movie you want me to watch, let me know in the comments. This movie was actually a suggestion in the comments, so thank you, Zach, for the suggestion. So what do I know about this movie? Horror of Dracula, 1958. I don't know much. I don't know anything that happens within the movie. I do know that it is part of the Hammer film series, like the Hammer horror films, I guess. I have heard James Rolfe, Angry Video Game Nerd, talk about the Hammer films from time to time, but nothing specific do I remember really at all, and it was a long time ago that I saw those. I know this movie stars Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, and from what I understand, the Hammer films are like a competitor to the Universal monster movies, and since they're not necessarily held down by a big mega conglomerate studio, they tend to be more edgy, from what I understand. So I'm expecting there to be more gore, more violence, more like scary elements that a major Hollywood studio may not feel like they could get away with. So that should be interesting. I could be totally wrong though. I have no idea. With that said, it's time for our special segment, Will T appear? The segment where I guess whether or not I think T is going to make an appearance in this movie. Horror of Dracula, 1958. Oh my goodness. I could see potentially characters sitting around, because like Dracula typically takes place in like a gothic kind of almost Victorian style time, or like maybe not necessarily time, but it's got that feel. And I could see some characters sitting down to drink some tea. Oh goodness. I don't know though. I kind of doubt that it's going to appear though. This is a tough one. You know what? This may come back to bite me, but I'm gonna say that no, T is not going to appear in Horror of Dracula 1958. We'll see. Tea of the day today is Blueberry Bliss from Teavana. And I'm not talking about current day Teavana, I'm talking about prime Teavana, before Starbucks bought them out and kind of ruined them. It's got a tartness to it. I definitely taste the blueberry, and it's a rooibos tea. It's definitely got some of that tartness to the rooibos, and also the blueberries. It's interesting. Yeah, not bad at all. In the bottom right corner, right next to my heart rate, you can also keep an eye on the tea of the day through our tea cam. Alright, let's get this thing watched. But first, no scary movie would be complete watching it in the light. We're going full dark, baby. Baby? What the crap? Anyway, let's switch over to infrared. That's better. Alright. Okay. Let's get this thing watched. Okay. Nice and dark. Play. Hammer Film Production. LV. Peter Cushing in Horror of Dracula. With Christopher Lee as Dracula. Such epic music so far.
The castle appeared innocuous enough in the warm afternoon sun. There were no birds singing.
That's a pretty cool looking castle. Well, that's a scary door. I wonder what's through there. Perhaps Dracula? No one there to greet him. Oh man. Scary. He just walks right in. Jeez Louise. The Jeez Louises have already started. I wouldn't mind having a castle like that. That looks nifty. That table. Oh man. That is a cool table. Unable to meet you. Eat well, make yourself comfortable. Dracula. Bats, my favorite. Oh, by the way, my default is joking until a movie grabs me, so I will be having some jokes here and there scattered throughout. Oh, someone's there.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you come in.
I didn't come in. I'm not really here.
I'm the new librarian.
You will help me. Say you will. Please.
With what?
Please help me to escape.
Okay. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. If I were a guest in someone's home and they weren't there to greet me, and then that happened, I'd be a little, creeped out. Oh, okay, so he is here.
I must apologize for not being here to greet you personally.
I'm not really here either, but my unibrow is. So far, I'm digging the aesthetics of this movie. Looks well shot, well edited, well paced, well acted so far, but we're only a few minutes in, so who knows.
I consider myself fortunate to have found such a distinguished scholar to act as my librarian.
I see breath coming out of their mouths. It must be really stinking cold there. Interesting. There's a fire there, but it's cold. Sometimes I miss dialogue because I'm noticing small details like that. I'm not entirely sure what they just said, other than discussing work.
As I shall be away for so long, I think it better that you should have the key of the library, Mr. Harker.
Thank you.
Did he just lock the door? Gives key to library, immediately locks in room.
He accepts me as a man who has agreed to work among his books as I intended. I will forever end this man's reign of terror.
Uh-huh. So he does know that he's some sort of an evil. He's a plant of some sort, it would seem. Interesting. That is freaky. What the heck? Oh, hello.
But tell me, why is Count Dracula keeping you prisoner?
I thought you said you knew he was evil.
Please don't distress yourself.
Thank you.
He seems way too calm for the situation that he seems to be in. Is she a vampire? Apparently. Okay. Well then. Yeah, this guy, I don't know if this guy is, entirely all that smart so far. He seems to know that, that Dracula's evil, but he doesn't think that there's danger there so much. Interesting. I forgot to mention in the beginning, I do know who Dracula is, and generally the story of Dracula, just in broad terms. I have seen some Dracula stories, but I don't know this one, and I haven't seen anything regarding this or know anything what happens in this one. It could be totally different than the regular story of Dracula, for all I know. Just full disclosure. There. So is he going to turn into a vampire? Is that how this works in this universe?
It may be that I am doomed to be one of them. If that is so, I can only pray that whoever finds my body will possess the knowledge.
He knows that getting bitten makes him become like them, and he thinks there's going to be a body? What? I don't think he fully understands the situation. Unless I don't fully understand the situation yet.
I must do what I set out to do.
Keep his books organized.
Find the resting place of Dracula, and there end his existence forever.
Oh, so maybe in the context of when he kills the head vampire, he'll then also die, kind of thing. Perhaps. That could be. Oh, here we go. There we go. You got your wooden stake. Yep, he's got his wooden stake. Maybe start with Dracula? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. It's too late. Turn around. Did that really take all that out of you? Oh, okay, she's old now. Maybe turn around? Ay. It's gone, isn't he? Yep. You had your chance. You blew it, dude. Very ominous presence. I assume it didn't go well for him. Oh, hey, look, garlic.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
Good day.
But why all these garlic flowers? They're not for decoration, are they?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do.
We hear the vampires are against fine dining.
This was found at the crossroads near that place. He told me to burn it. I couldn't.
The book. Nice. Fancy coffin? Perhaps? You know what to do.
Now rest, get some sleep. You've got to get some color back into those cheeks.
Good night, Arthur.
What? Why is she creepy all of a sudden? Okay. Is she a secret vampire? Or does she want to be a vampire, maybe? She's been bitten. She waiting for Dracula to finish turning her into a vampire? Maybe?
Sunlight, fatal. Repeat, fatal. Would destroy them.
Stephanie Meyer could use this information.
Ultimately, death results. They enter into the fearful state of the undead. Count Dracula has disappeared. He must be found and destroyed.
That's interesting that the movie is giving us these heralds. Like, it assumes we know about the garlic and other such things, but then it feels the need to explain the nature of the undead.
2. Garlic. Vampires repelled by odor of garlic.
Having second thoughts, lady? Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah. How much does the family know about vampire stuff? Like, did they not notice the neck wounds?
Well, I noticed them first shortly after she became ill.
Okay.
Windows were open all the time.
Windows open.
All the windows in her room must be kept shut. You must get some garlic flowers, place them by her windows and her door, and by her bedside. Under no circumstances, even if the patient implores you, must they be removed at night. I cannot impress upon you strongly enough how important it is that you obey my instructions. If you don't, she will die.
Do they know about vampires, or do they think it's all hoax or something? Like, have they never heard of vampires? So many questions. She's freaking out.
These flowers, I can't stand them. They do smell strongly, Miss, but Mrs. Homewood said
I don't care what she said. Please take them away, please.
Don't do it.
All right, Miss.
You'll open the windows?
Yes, Miss Lucy, if that's what you want.
No. Lady, were you not told? Oh my gosh. Okay. She dead? Yep. Thanks a lot, maid.
Oh, I am so sorry, sir.
As you should be.
All I know is that you brought us nothing but grief. First Jonathan, and now Lucy. Whoever you are and whatever your motives, please go and leave us in peace.
That's a causality fallacy if I've ever heard one. The doctor is here when death occurs. Therefore, doctors must cause death. Right. Is that tea? I freaking knew it. Dang it. I knew I should have gone with yes.
She ran away and left me, and I was lost.
Now, who was she? Who did you see?
Aunt Lucy.
We didn't get confirmation of what was actually in the tea set, but it was a full tea set. I'm sure it was tea. I think that counts. Nobody. Yeah, you're a little late. You need to come back during the day. Oh my gosh. Kid walking around at night. Alone. Eesh.
I heard you call me, Aunt Lucy.
Oh no.
Yes, dear.
It's not Aunt Lucy anymore. Oh boy. Yeah, I would not be creeping around a creepy castle at night alone. These people have no fear.
Is it much further, Aunt Lucy? I'm so tired.
She's not afraid?
Let me kiss you.
Okay, he's not alone. He's with Van Helsing. Okay, makes a little more sense. That's gonna leave a mark.
I know your one wish is that Lucy should rest in peace. I promise to fulfill that wish. But first, if I have your consent, she can lead us to Dracula.
How can you suggest such a thing? That she should be possessed by this evil for another second? Oh, no, I couldn't. I mean,
yeah, I guess it's a tough call. You don't want your loved one to potentially suffer, but they're potentially already gone, and it would help lead to the cause of the suffering that would stop all the suffering for many more in the future. So maybe allow it, dude.
Drink this.
I'm all right now.
Drink it.
It's garlic water.
Record showed that Count Dracula could be 500 or 600 years old.
And your brother had an opportunity to kill him and went for the other one instead. Okay. We're starting with some scary music. You're not a little bit freaked out? Why are none of these characters even the slightest bit freaked out in these situations? Oh boy. Oh boy.
But I would like a word with Mrs. Homewood before we go.
That's gotta be tea. It's gotta be tea. And it could be coffee, like in The Exorcist, they had coffee in a tea set. But I think it's tea. They're British. It's gotta be tea.
Good morning.
Oh no, she's covering her neck. No.
Perhaps you better let me lead the way. I know these steps, they can be dangerous.
There's one right here. What, another one here? A couple right here? Oh, yes. And there are the steps. What the heck?
He came to pay his last respects and he remained to share them.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Another neck covering item of clothing. She's just gonna wear turtlenecks the rest of her life.
Please don't ask me why, but just wear it for my sake. Please, Mina.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It didn't burn her fingers. If her hand was curled around it, wouldn't it also burn her fingers and stuff? And every bit of flesh that touched it? Dracula. Dracula has, like, barely been in this movie so far, I feel like. It's all been about Dracula, but Dracula has not really been in much of it. She's under a spell.
Mina's safe now, but we must keep watch again tonight. You'd better get some rest.
Yeah, Mina's dead. Or undead, perhaps? Blood infusion, huh? Are they just trying to replace the blood that was lost? Or help fix the corrupted blood that may have seeped in? If corrupted blood even gets in. I mean, I imagine if someone turns into a vampire when they get bitten, something gets in there.
Now you need plenty of fluid. Tea or coffee, or better still, wine.
Tea. Or better still, wine? What? How about water?
Don't worry, Gerda and I will take care of her.
We saw them drinking from a tea set, and he mentioned tea as something that they have available for him to drink, so, yeah, I'm going to call it and say that was absolutely tea. As far as I can tell, that was tea.
Well, sir, Madam told me the other day that I must on no account go down to the cellar.
What? Do you have a steak? Uh-huh. Oh, no.
You said I must come back to Madam, so I came up here, and he looked like the devil.
Now, what happened?
What?
There's only one place he can make for now. His home.
Ay.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Hey!
Oh, no.
No banister on that staircase. Seems super dangerous. Oh boy. Do you have a stake with you? Oh no! Or is he faking? No, probably not. He's faking, yep. Yep. The fancy table! There we go. Hey, here we go. Hey, there we go. Dang. Hey, she's all better. Head vampire died. And there goes his toupee. Because after all, he had to pay for his crimes. What is that thing? I gotta be the end? Yep. Okay. That's the end. I don't suspect there are going to be many credits. How many Georges are in this thing? George Merritt, George Woodbridge, George Benson, George. There it is. Let's turn the lights on and talk about this thing. I liked it. I thought it was good. They did a good job. I know I say that a lot. It's only an hour, 21 minutes. It didn't feel short, though. It felt like enough of a movie. Substantial, I guess? It's kind of hard. I feel like a lot of stuff did happen, but at the same time, a lot of stuff did not happen. We barely saw Dracula, but then when we did, it didn't disappoint. They did a good job with Dracula and building the suspense and kind of the lore around Dracula. They didn't nerf Dracula. Like sometimes with certain projects, they end up, by the end, nerfing their bad guy. And I feel like they didn't do that here, so that was good. That was good. It was solid. What else? It was well acted. Christopher Lee did a good job as Dracula. Peter Cushing did a good job as Van Helsing. They knew what they wanted their story to be, and they accomplished telling their story. There weren't any weird bits that didn't make sense as far as plot goes. It was kind of weird that none of the characters were scared in any of the situations they were in. They were just kind of oh, hello, I am at night in a spooky castle courtyard with potential graves around me. Oh, but it is fine. I mean, not exactly believable in that regard. But whatever, I'll give it to them. They're very British, so who knows? I don't know. I'm not British. I felt like I followed what was going on well enough. That's kind of what I'm getting at. They didn't have big, weird gaps of what is going on? Why are they doing this now? Their motivations made sense, I guess is what I'm getting at. So that's good. It wasn't nearly as gritty or gory as I thought it was going to be. Hearing people talk about the Hammer films, it's certainly not. I'm not complaining about that. It was solid. I was not disappointed with it, and I wouldn't mind seeing more Hammer films in the future. Apparently, it's a big, long series, so that's cool. What did you think? Do you agree with me in that it was solid, but kind of weird how the people acted in certain cases? Do you think the movie is amazing? Do you think it's terrible? Were you bored with it? Was it too slow? Let me know in the comments what you thought. I'd love to hear from you. Did tea appear? At the risk of sounding like a magic 8-ball, all signs point to yes. They had a tea set. They mentioned having tea on hand. They were drinking stuff from a tea set. I think tea appeared, which goes against my guess. I thought that guess was gonna bite me when I made it, but I went for it anyway. Oh well. If for some reason you didn't see your favorite scene in the movie, in this reaction, you can check out my Patreon, where you can find the full reaction watch-along, as well as all of the others I've done so far. If you don't want to support monetarily, that's totally fine. Other things like subscribing and hitting the like button and the bell icon and sharing the video and commenting, interacting and engaging with the video really does help out. I post new movie reactions every Monday and Thursday, and all throughout October is Okteaberfest. If you have a scary movie you want me to watch, suggest it below and I may just watch it. I guess that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.